Hey guys, it's Stacy. Today I want to talk about moving to another country. I don't know how many of you guys know this about me, but I was actually born in Korea, moved to New Zealand when I was 10. I grew up there for 10 years, then moved back to Korea. After living in Korea for 6 years, my sister and I recently decided that we want to move to Singapore. So, moving and living in another country feels quite natural for me. But of course, there is always the uncertainty and fear of exploring somewhere new, because you are starting a new life in a way. I know many people in our generation, time, and era want to discover new potentials and exciting new lifestyle in a different country. So here are some tips for those who are thinking of or want to consider moving to another country. Since I am still in process in moving to Singapore, these are personal tips and steps I took to move and explore that I can share with you guys. Tip number 1. Definitely travel to the land you want to live in before you actually decide to move there. There are so many variables when it comes to living in another city. What you see on internet and movies are not exactly the best depiction of the city. There is so much more. You need to consider the weather, food, culture, living cost, people, and etc. of the city. Some cities are amazingly attractive, but just for traveling. Some may not seem like a paradise, but perfect for living. And these criteria are extremely personal, so visiting the country/city before deciding to move there is highly recommended. Personally, there are cities like Hong Kong, Tokyo, and LA, and so on that I loved traveling to, but would never want to settle down. Whereas there are cities such as Bangkok and Singapore that suited me more to live in. Seeing the city in real life and really feeling the life there will help you determine to move more indefinitely. If you've visited the city and you are quite sure you will love the lifestyle there, we need to get the legal stuff ready. So you must do your own research on this. Just because I can come to Singapore with no visa for 90 days does not mean you can as well. So please check with your embassy to confirm your status for traveling to places. If you can travel with no visa for a certain amount of period, I think you can definitely use that as your chance to explore the city before committing into a long-term relationship with the city. Like I'm doing so right now. I am staying in Singapore as a visitor for 2 months to see if I really fit into this city and can live here. Then I will look for a job which can help me be stationed here for long term. Which brings me to my next tip. You need to decide how long you want to live in the city. Is it going to be long term or short term, like 3 to 6 months, or even just a year? Depending on how long you would like to stay, you will need to figure out different type of visa to apply for, and also consider how you will make a living out of. Short-term stays, you may be able to live off your savings you made for this particular trip. But to stay long term, you will definitely need to figure out how to make an earning to support your living. You can search for job opportunities online via LinkedIn and any other local job hunt websites, apply in advance, and move to the city with a fully activated work visa. Or you can stay short term first and look for jobs while you are there. Do your job search while in the new city. Then once you have found the sponsor for your work visa, you can go back to your country, sort out the work visa, and then come back. This will also depend on your short-term visa stay as well, because some short-term visas may not allow you to search for jobs while you're there. Moving on to the next step, really do your research on their culture, especially their language. If you speak the national language of the place you're moving to, that is perfect. However, more often than not, you will need to learn their language and adjust. You cannot expect everyone to speak English everywhere, especially in Asian countries. I regard it very disrespectful for foreigners trying to live in different cities to not learn their language. If I want to live and enjoy another country's culture and lifestyle, I need to put in the effort to respect their culture and history. Also, it makes things so much easier for myself. I need to be able to communicate in order to rent a place, buy things, and just get by in daily life. Another thing that makes your life in a new city easier is to have connections. Locals know best. I repeat, locals know the best. You have no idea how much help I got from my friends in Singapore when I first came here. They explained to me how things work around, answer any questions I have, and they helped me not look like a tourist everywhere I go, which helped me save a lot of money. So try making new friends in the city as soon as possible, or even before you get there maybe. And of course, you will need to enjoy the city you are moving to, so plan out things you would like to do while living there. Short-term or long-term, take advantage of your honeymoon stage with the city. Explore places even the locals haven't been to. This is your prime time to be a tourist and a local at the same time. No time pressure to see everything like a tourist, but because you're new to the city, so many things will seem more interesting. So do everything and anything you want to try out. And in order to make any of this possible, you will need to be financially ready. It will cost to move to another city, so be prepared and make a plan. Save up. It's quite rare for someone to just move with no plan, and things are bound to go wrong in one way or another then. Better be prepared than sorry. Figure out your basic fixed costs, such as flights, visa processing fees, accommodation fee, estimate of monthly expenses, and etc. This way you will have a clearer goal in financially, and having a more specific goal is proven to help one achieve that goal. And lastly, prepare to say goodbye to the things that you are used to, things that are part of who you are today. This is making me very emotional because right now I am in Singapore recording this and it's making me extremely nostalgic. No, it is not a goodbye forever, but you won't be seeing them as often. Friends, family, food, your room, your favorite cafe and park. You will have to leave them behind. It's one of the hardest part of moving, the scariest part too. But look on the bright side, you can always come back to this, holidays and vacations. Besides, you have so much exciting life ahead of you, waiting for you in the new city you've dreamed of. So, vision it, plan it, act on it, and make it happen. Dream can be your reality with a little bit of action.